I'm going to run this first. So it is displaying. Okay, this is the separate window it is displaying. Actually, it is set by default to the Opera. Excuse me for this. Okay, are you able to observe the output? Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3. Okay, some anchor tag and click. This is the code I have written. Later on, in the body, I have written these 3 paragraphs. Then I have written one link. Then I have created one link and one button. Button inside the button, I am calling one on click of that button. I am calling button click. So I hope there is no any confusion in this HTML code. Let's see now what is the code for. So script having this function button clicked. Whenever button will be clicked, control will go here. Control is retrieving the contents of the para. Now this is the example of document.get element by class name. Get element by class name. Now instead of get element by ID, you can observe get element by class name. So class name I am giving my para, and you can observe 4 paragraphs are there. 3 paragraphs are there, and one anchor. All are having the same class. So whatever whatever changes I will do with this object, I hope you are understanding. When I will call this statement, execution of the H statement will save. Okay, let observe what is there. That will be a good experience for you. So see, I'm writing the alert, and I want to see what is coming in the para when I am accessing such class which is given to number of elements. Correct? So let me click. Yes, what you are observing? What is the output? It is a pop-up alert. Correct? It is the pop-up alert which is saying object HTML collection. As now there is not a single element, a single paragraph. It is a collection of objects, 3 paragraphs and 1 anchor tag. That's why it is treated as a collection of object. Give me reply if you understand till this. Give me reply if no confusion in this collection of object. Yes. Great. Now after that, what is the code? If it is a collection, means it is an array. So if I want to access one by one from that array, see, para is having now array. Para is having array. From that one by one I have to access, then para of 0. 0 means first element. 1 means second element. Like this. So let's observe what happens. So what changes? You see, one change is para of 0 dot style dot font size is 30. So font size is increased. So you can observe para 0 means first paragraph, where paragraph 1 is the text, and in output you can see font of paragraph 1 is increased. Second paragraph will come with para of 1 and its style is set to red, means paragraph 2, which is the second element in that collection and whose value is set to red. So you are able to see this red. Give me reply if you understand this. How to find out, take the elements from the array, HTML collection. Yes. Now instead of this, if you want to apply the same action to all, you can take the benefit of for loop. So that is the demo here. When I will click on this, it is applying to all fonts are changed, because in the loop I am giving para of I, one by one every element will be traced and its type font size is set to 30, and that's why in the output you are observing all these 3 paragraph and anchor tags font is changed. So give me reply if you understand class by name, and in that collection, because here will be no unique element, you will get the collection of elements. Give me reply if you understand this. Yes. Any confusion? Any confusion in this?
No, sir, no confusion.
Let's move ahead. Third method is get by tag name. So let's go with it. Get by tag name. Again, there are 5 paragraphs. Okay. Then one button. On button click. We are calling button click event. So let's come to that script. I hope now I may go fast for because you can understand body. There is a button here. Okay. Now on button click, it's the element. So document dot get element by tag name. Which tag? So P only I have to write. Okay. So let me run this. Go live. Okay. File you are able to see. After click my this code will run. What I have written in the code, I have retrieved the element and change the size. So when I will click, all are changing because all are the paragraphs. Let's see some different. Suppose I am changing this last one. I am changing this last one as head one tag. So 4 paragraphs and one head one tag. So by default, you will see paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4 in the output are in the normal font, and paragraph 5 is H1. Now, as I am accessing the element by tag name P, and then to that tag, I am assigning font size 30, all the paragraphs values should change only. So let's check. And yes, only paragraph values are changed, font size change, no paragraph is changed, paragraph 5 will change. So this is the way we can use tag by name. Again, give me reply if you understand. Document.get element ID by tag name.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Great. Let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. Input demo we have already seen. Okay, we have already seen this. No need to go for mouse over demo also we have seen. So no need to go for that. Okay. Okay, I will go for it because I think there is an image. Okay. Are you able to see? Are you able to see? Now by default it is showing one image. Okay. By default it is showing one image. When I am bringing the mouse, image is changing. When I am taking out the mouse, image is changing. Yes. So how it is done? Now this mouse over event is applied on image element instead of text box, instead of div which we seen previous. To the image, I have given the ID and 2 events I am calling on mouse over and on mouse out. When mouse is over on that image, I am calling set new image, and when mouse out from that image, I am calling set old image. And obviously I have to write this code in the script. So you can see set new image, set new image. You can see document.get element